Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're gonna continue playing Whitebeard, and we're bringing you two games against Doflamingo. Doflamingo actually has been a pretty popular deck recently, has actually topped a couple tournaments, hasn't won any big regional tournaments yet, but has won a few. So this should be a very interesting matchup, as I have seen that deck more often than not. If you like today's video and our content, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the game. In this matchup, we're going against Doflamingo. I kind of like going second, right? So that we can actually get... Okay, we're keeping this hand for sure. So I can get my Luffy and my other forecast right away. So let's kind of see how this goes. Opponent gets to place the cards on top of their deck. That's cool. So I like going second because of the Luffy. Obviously, this hand is also amazing for us going second. So we can play Nami, and then Luffy in turn 4. And just start having these units. Now, it does make it awkward. Okay, we get the 9 cuz Newgate. I was going to just talk about him and say it makes it awkward because, you know, we can't really do much against him with it. So if we're going to play this in turn 4, I need another turn. I need another play for turn 6. And I think I like this Luffy for turn 6. So I'm going to send the rest to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and play a second Nami. And I think now we can just go ahead and play our 2K counter. I don't know. Okay. No, because we need a play for turn 8 as well. I mean, there's a good chance we get a play for turn 8. Do we go for the second Luffy? Like, do we just want to put pressure on the opponent? I'm kind of scared that I don't have any counters. So I think I'm actually going to pick the 2K counter instead. Because look at this. We have double Newgate in our hand, which is super awkward. Opponent's just going to summon their free unit here, which is going to be a Jinbe. Let's go ahead and... Do we block it now? Do we block this now? It's awkward, because if I attack into the Jinbe, opponent's just gonna, you know, whatever. I definitely want to play this guy out, the Luffy. I think we take this life. I don't think this is the one that we block. I'm gonna go ahead and just attack into the Jinbe. I'm okay with the opponent putting one of the Namis to the bottom of my deck. Okay, they actually messed up, so... This is a 6K, opponent only did a 1K. Yeah, they put the Nami to the bottom. We'll go ahead and play this. Yeah, opponent kind of did an oopsie there, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about the opponent doing an oopsie. And our hand is looking very good, right? I'm still concerned that I don't have a play on our... 8 done turn, so we have to see if we top deck something, because we ended up picking that Brook instead of the Luffy. They get the Gecko Mora. So what are they getting? They're gonna get the Jinbe back? No, they don't. They have to get the Doflamingo. Yeah. Alright, so we get the 2K counter here. Cool. We can kill this Mora by putting a Dawn here, so just attacking for 7. 7/7. If I need to, and just develop. Huh. You need another counter. Don't make the same oopsie again. Okay. So I'm down to just play the Rush Luffy to kill this Moira if the opponent actually saves it here. So if the opponent commits another 2K counter, I think I'm down to play this and attack again and get another 2K counter out of them. If they're really going to spend their whole hand just protecting this Moira, I think that's cool. Wow, they actually are. Huh. I think that's incorrect. I guess opponent's going to continue getting free value here. But we have so much counters that are going to save my units. I have to swim back anyways. Wow. Huh. Because the less cards that they have in hand, the less I have to worry about playing around counters, right? So they have to spend so many counters that now I'm just going to be free swinging. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give me that, I'm just going to go ahead and do 1K. It sucks losing that Luffy, because I would have liked to play that Luffy next turn for my 8-turn play. But that's okay. I'm going to force you to attack else. The opponent ended up not wanting to risk whatever they got in the top of their deck. What's your play now? What's your play? That's a lot of cards that you have kind of just used up. You have to kill these guys, right? And I have a lot of counters to keep them alive. I guess we can just go ahead and... If we don't top deck something that's valuable to play, we can always just play the Brook, give the 2 down to the Nami, and attack for 5s. So technically, I guess you can always play the Brook. Okay, they're going to go another Gekomora. What are they going to add? They picked the Mihawk, so that's a 2k counter. So they have a 2k counter, right? They have a 2k counter. They end up not attacking with the Moira, right? So they're thinking, hey, we can just attack next turn. They want me to give them the cards from their hand. I think I have to, though. We know they have a 2k counter. Sure. You know what? I'm gonna let you ghost refill your hand. I think I have to let them refill their hand at this point, because I can't have them be at 5 life too much longer. Okay, so we know you still have a 2k counter. So we know you still have a 2k counter. Let's go ahead and attack with Luffy for 7. We have 5. We can go ahead and attack with Newgate for 7. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Brook. Give the Nami the 2. She goes to 4. We can go to 5 here. Attack for 5. Eat up a counter. Knowing that we have double radical beam enabled. Okay, so they get a 1 counter. This is an interesting game, right? Opponent ended up doing the correct thing and not attacking with the Moiras. That way I couldn't just clear their board. Because opponent can quote-unquote clear my board this turn. But they won't be able to clear my board, right? They won't be able to clear my board because of how many counters and radical beams I have. The problem is that if I use all of this up right now, it's going to be tough when I go to 0 life. But if we can defend my life this turn, we're not going to be at 0 life. Yeah, I'm letting that one go because we can always swing at her with the Brook. Because next turn is going to be Newgate every single time, especially if I don't take life. If I don't take life, I'm always playing the Newgate. Okay, so just going to block that with the 1. You have to attack for more than that for me to feel threatened. I'm going to force you to attack more. Now, they do have a 2k counter, right? So they can actually save this guy, one of these guys, no matter what, right? This is so good for them, right? This is so good for them because they're eating on my 2k counters on little attacks like this. I think it's correct, though, because I'm going to swim back. And at the very least, I'm using up stuff from there. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, I want your opponent... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, this is my first time seeing this card. This is actually my first time seeing this card. Interesting. Let's go ahead and kill the Piranha. I want to keep mana for 1 radical beam, right? So I'm just going to attack for 6. I know you have a Mihawk. So I know you have a Mihawk. I need to attack for... I have to keep the down for 1 radical beam at least. Okay, so they spend their whole hand here. Do we actually go for the Whitebeard? Or is it... Maybe the play had to be the ace. Was the play ever the ace instead of the Whitebeard? Maybe the play had to be the ace. It would have allowed me to clear both. But I think we can just have the ace for later. I think we just go here. Clear the Moira. Opponent has 3 attacks. We have 1 radical beam. We have a couple of 2k counters. This is at 8. So the opponent has to still commit a lot. The question is, do we survive the net swing back? Maybe the play had to be ace. But I'm okay with having ace on my net stand. To kill both their units. They don't have any rushers. They can take the risk, I guess, of trying to summon something with Doflamingo. But I think I keep all my units alive. By having Ace, even Brook can kill one of these guys. So they are taking, I think they're taking the risk of seeing if there's something at the top of the deck that they can summon. And they do. Wow. Wow. So they get to actually get the Kuma. Do we 2K counter this to save this Luffy? We just die, right? We could potentially just die if we do that. I think we let this Luffy go. If opponent wants to commit life, they have to commit all their done. Wow, I guess if they kept track of when they... No, because I mean, they used that Perona so long ago. So this would have been a completely random chance, right? They haven't played anything else that Perona was so long ago, like in turn 1. So they just straight up... Okay, so let's think about this. If I put the 2K counter here, opponent has 7 done. This will go to 12. I'm at 8. This is 12. Okay, we're chilling, right? So we can go here. We have enough to play. We have enough to survive because this is at 8. Even if the opponent puts all their done in the Moria, we're okay. Wow, that's such a good hit. They're gonna add another one to their hand. They could actually add a Pacifista. Do they have the Pacifista? They do have the... No, but it's not a 7 Waters of the Sea, so it doesn't work. So what are they adding back to the hand? The 2K counter? I think with the double Radical Beam, if the opponent doesn't go face here with the Moira, we're chilling, right? Because we can just go Ace. We have the Whitebeard. The problem is that to do the Whitebeard effect, it will mean having to spend 2 extra Dawn here. I definitely need to kill both these units, right? I need to see what the opponent is going to go for here. They go ahead and picked up the Doflamingo from the trash, which is just a blocker with a 1K. Okay, I mean, that's not killing me, right? The attack fails. You just rested for no reason. So you had to kill the Brook. You had to kill the Brook. They had to kill the Brook. So we can go Ace. But I mean, that blocker is actually kind of annoying. So the Ace does -3. So this will go down to 2. Kind of continue surviving. Like, this is the scary part. Can I continue surviving? Opponent still has 3 freaking life. Opponent still has 3 freaking life here. So I can Ace and hit this too. Or do we ever just play the second Newgate? How greedy is the second Newgate, right? It leaves me with just 1 Radical Beam, probably never correct. So I think it's just going to be Ace when we go here. Then we have the 3 attack here. So we get the Brook to, because the opponent let that Brook alive. This goes up to 4. So we know that we can just attack here for 6. So we know that we can just attack here for 6 to get rid of this Law. We know the opponent has no cards in their hand that make this any value. We have double Radical Beam. We can put 1 down somewhere else. Opponent's gonna actually use it on the blocker. It's not gonna matter. This is a 4, right? So this is a 4. So we can actually just go. Okay. I need the double Radical Beam, right? There's no way I can stay without double Radical Beam. I need a double Radical Beam, so yeah, so we just go here. We kill this Kuma, and then we attack with the Whitebeard. So this is gonna die no matter what. We attack the Kuma with the Ace, and we attack with the Whitebeard. We could just start going face, but I don't want to give them more cards until I'm ready to commit lethal. I think I can easily get through their whole life, right? So I can easily get through their whole life. Next turn, let's make them think that we have triple, you know, radical beam or something. So I can get to their whole life next turn, right? The question is, do we just die here? And it also depends if the, opponent did get to rearrange their deck with the Doflamingo, so they could have a unit here, but we just ignore it, right? We're just gonna go lethal next turn. Sits. So they're gonna go for life. Cool. We have 8, 10, so we can go up to 16. So we chilling, right? So we go Radical Beam, and here. And now we just win next turn. Opponent has 2 things. Opponent has 2 things, and I have enough attacks for a whole world to just finish the game, right? So the opponent has 2 cards. We can go 7. So we can go 7, I guess, right? We can go 7 to start with. If the opponent has a 2k counter and a 1k, that's okay. We still have enough attackers. We're gonna go 7 first. If the opponent plays all their counters here, it makes it really easy for me to do the math, because I can just attack with Brook by adding 2 Dawn to the Brook, right? So the worst thing that the opponent can do is counter out of this one, because I can then just put 2 Dawn on the Brook, attack for 5 for free, and then still have a 7, 7, 10, right? So this game is over. So that was a 7. Let's go for 9 now. And then let's go for 16. Yeah, so we go... Once the opponent goes to 0 life, I know I can go for 16 and just win the game from there. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Doflamingo. Actually, it's a deck that I have seen have a lot of success. They chose to go second. I'm gonna keep this hand. Not ideal, but I'm gonna keep it just because we have the Nami, so we do have the turn 1 play. Oh, okay. Let's go for the 3-cost Luffy. I might actually just straight up play this 3-cost Luffy as a really threatening attacker that the opponent's gonna have to worry about for the rest of the game, right? I think if I can put pressure on them, it can be really nice. So opponent decided to place the cards on top of their deck. They don't have the 2 Dawn, right, to be able to do the Flamingo skill just yet, so that's good. I've seen a lot of the Flamingo decks. I actually want to try out this deck. I've seen a lot of them kind of do well in some tournaments. It looks fun to play, right? Being able to kind of get those free cards, right? The free summons by organizing the top cards of your deck is kind of cool. So what I'm gonna do next turn, again, I think I am gonna play, because we're attacking on odds, I think I am gonna play this Luffy just how it is. That's the whole idea of it. But first, we're gonna go ahead and attack for 6. The turn 2 6 power attack. Okay, opponent goes ahead and goes for their thing. Let's go ahead and play this Luffy, and we're chilling. The idea is that obviously this is going to be a 7k attacker, right? With just 2 Dawn. Don't know if we're going to use it next time, because, I mean, we do want to probably play this Kingdew or this Luffy. So I'm not going to be able to get it 2 Dawn, but we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to go ahead and just play this. Actually, maybe not. Let's see. All right, so the opponent is going to go ahead and do their ability. And they're gonna get a Mihawk. Why choose a Mihawk out of everything that you could have had there? That was a little bit weird. I'm down to counter this one. I think I'm not gonna need all the things that we have right now. I need to kill this Mihawk, right? So I need to kill this Mihawk. So I'm down to go for 7 first, see what happens. If the opponent actually decides to save this with 2 cards, then I'll actually commit for this Luffy. They don't do it. This is the point that is a little bit awkward for me, right? I could technically go 2 down on this Luffy and attack for 7. And I guess I could play the Makino and put it on the Nami. But I'm getting rid of 2 2K counters if I do that. The other option is just to play this Luffy down right now and just set up for a future turn, right? So this is just a setup for a future turn. I am giving them a lot of time though, which I don't like. Because the more time I give them as them having that much life, the more risky it is for me to survive. So they bounce back. Okay, they give me back a 2K counter. That's fine. So they give me back a 2K counter to my hand. Never got to use that Luffy. But we didn't have a turn. We didn't have anything to do on turn 3 anyway, so that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use exactly that Luffy that you just bounced back. So we have 7. We can attack 1, 2 down. Leaves us with 5 to play this Kingdew, and that should be okay. So let's go 7 here. Start having them take life. Ooh, okay. We ended up eating up the 2 cards. That's also cool with me. We'll go ahead and play the Kingdew. And just set up for like big attacks in our future turns. Unfortunately, we don't have the 9 costs, right? We don't have the Newgate, which kind of sucks for us. Yeah, not having the 9 cost Newgate when we're attacking on odds really sucks, right? Because this will be clutch here. Placing cards on top again, so they're gonna have a really good card that's gonna come out of here. The good thing is that we can always kill the rest of the card, right? We have a lot of units. I think we actually do try to save this Luffy. We do try to save this Luffy, I think. I wish I had the 9 cost Whitebeard. I guess we have one more top deck to try to get it. If we have the 9 costs here, we should be okay. The opponent will have to commit 3 down here. Okay, they're just gonna... Wow, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And this is gonna be the 3 down. Okay, they don't activate their Doflamingo ability for some reason. I'm gonna do the same thing, just put that down on it. I'm the best player in the world. Only good players top deck like this, right? Only good players top deck like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack this for 6 first. I want to get this teach out of the way. Then I'm gonna attack for 7. See if the opponent blocks. Then I'm gonna play the Newgate, and then I'm gonna attack for 8. So now I get to keep 2 life, and I have a Newgate that's gonna be super crazy next turn to start finishing the game. And opponent uses up their blocker. Cool. The good thing is that we also have Otama, so if the opponent has another Doflamingo blocker, we can actually get it down to 2K to be able to kill it with the Newgate. Opponent's gonna get the boa. So we can do the same thing here, right? We can get this down to 3K and kill it. Do we let this Luffy die? I think so, right? I think at this point we don't need to continue saving these units. It's a lot of commitment to try to save this. So they get the boa. We can kill the boa by putting 2 down here, playing the Otama out, getting it to 3. I mean, we can also just swing at her, right? She's not... We could just swing at her. She's not... It's not like she's blocking right now. We could just swing on her at her, right? She's not attacking right now, so it's fine. Now, if they try to kill this Kingdew, I have to save this Kingdew. I think I do want to have this unit. Yeah, especially if the opponent's gonna do it like that, where it's just gonna be an 8K. Alright, so let's start here with the Nami attack, because why not? Yep. Do I actually want to kill this boa by just swing? You know, do I want to just swing for life? Because again, I could play Otama and just kill this for free, and then have the Rush Luffy. That kind of seems better to me. I think I'm down to just go 7. We might just have lethal this turn, right? Because the opponent has to spend a lot of cards. So we can go 7 here again. All right. We can go 7 one more time. Well, we're not going to have lethal. Opponent's going to be at 1 life. We can play Otama. Do we actually want to play the Otama here? Maybe we actually want to have the Otama for another turn later on. Because I feel like if the opponent has another blocker, I probably do want to have the Otama to be able to block. Opponent has no things, so I'm going to go ahead and just attack for 12. Yeah, this can be sober. I think actually the play is going to be just killing the boa. So I think we just kill the boa, right? We just kill the boa with the Newgate. Let the opponent stay with 1 life. They only have 1 attacker. And next turn, we can just set up the Otama to get rid of whatever blocker the opponent summons. And then kind of go from there. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games, actually, right? We had 2 games today in one. That Doflamingo matchup is always kind of cool, right? We did have 2 opponents, I think, that were a little bit new to the Doflamingo, right? We had the longer match. The opponent made a couple of random misplays where they played a counter that wasn't enough. And the second match, I think the opponent wasn't really effectively using their Doflamingo ability. But in general, Doflamingo actually feels really good. I'm actually interested to try out that deck myself. But you kind of see exactly the power of Whitebeard, just having all these big attackers, having the Newgate, right? We even got to top deck Newgate on that 1 shorter game, which is amazing, right? It was like the perfect curve. So this deck is just very, very powerful, and that's a reason why this deck keeps topping and winning tournaments and has certainly become the most popular deck in the meta. So you have to plan to beat it, or you have to plan to play it yourself. So just keep that in mind as you are playing with this deck. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. I'll see you all again tomorrow.